Right, listen, I'm in the middle of dinner. I'm sorry about this. I wasn't going to make a video, but I'm watching the game. Oh my good God. Dwight Gale! It's time to hang up the boots, bro. No, it's over. Aww. No, I'm sorry. You're a professional footballer, that's what you're paid for. They're not going to get many chances. You're 3 yards out, 6 at the most. He should have scored. You would have scored that.
Maybe.
No, I'm certain that 99% of people watching this video would have scored that. He's blasted it over and it's cost them. Obviously they're 1-0 down already, but Sterling down the other end, bit of magic, cuts inside, curls it right. Ah, beautiful. Ah. Manchester City against Arsenal, Chelsea against Manchester City. These are the two semi-finals of the FA Cup. The oldest competition in the history of the sport is going to grace us with. And it's going to be special. However, I would have preferred Arsenal against Manchester United, I'm not going to lie, because the quality on this is unreal and probably unrivaled, really. They've got £50 million replacements in every position, just waiting to attack you, waiting to attack that very moment that you slip up. Because Newcastle have been doing well. They'd come out and they'd been doing the high press, they were putting them under pressure. I was actually thinking for a second, something is possible here, a shock. I've written them off, totally. But Saint-Maximin doing his thing down the right hand side, he worked a bit of space and found a beautiful cross across the face of the box. You got to hit that. You got to hit the target, at least make the keeper make a save. Control it if you're in doubt. Oh God. Okay. It just has made me think as well about where Newcastle are as a club. They made a substitution, 2 substitutions a second ago, bringing Dwight Gale, the culprit of that criminal crime that we saw. And who did they take off? They took off Andy Carroll. I don't know what this guy's doing at the club anymore. I'm sorry, he's like a mascot. We've got strikers hanging around from 2 generations ago. I get it, maybe the people love him, and you know, he tried, he really did try, but you know, God. You're bringing on Joe Linton, taking off Almiron. There's a lot of money and a lot of history in those four names. 4 of your biggest players ever. And Dwight Gale is one of them. He's one of the most important players in the regeneration of the Newcastle Championship side. So, you were never going to win against Manchester City, really, though, were you? It's a bit harsh to be judging you like that, but I just can't believe he's missed that, and I've had to turn the camera on because it's pissed me off so much. You're a professionally paid footballer. Sack yourself, right? Find yourself. Do yourself the fucking justice of extra practice. Don't do that. Don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again. Let's talk about the game itself, though, or some players. What do we like? Who do we like? We like Raheem Sterling. Beautiful goal. Sumptuous stuff. Oh! Who's that? Who is that doing it at the other end? Was that a defender or was that Jesus? I know Gabriel Jesus would not do that. That was definitely a defender. Gabriel Jesus is a £40 million player. He doesn't do that. Look at the movement. There it is. That's the defender. Dwight Gale is in a class of his own. This is elite fraudulence. Not many can achieve these levels. Yes, so here we are at the Sports Direct Arena. The SportsDirect.com arena. It's a shame because for years this club has been held back, and I really do hope that this Saudi takeover does happen, or at least it's finalised and we can have the all clear and start thinking about the future for a club who've got the potential to be one of the biggest in the world. They should be one of the biggest in the world. Huge fan base who are just obsessed with football and don't really have anything else. They've had that taken away from them for a long time, or at least it feels like they've been robbed of where they should be. DeAndre Yedlin, look at the hair, let's go! Oh, loving that. And this guy as well, I hope they can keep hold of him, Saint-Maximin. He is...
He just had a shocker just before then.
Did he?
Yeah.
Mr. Sitter?
No, he didn't, but he tried to kick the ball and he sort of did a pirouette in the sky but missed it.
Listen, right, it happens to the best of us. All ballers fall over the ball because we're doing stuff. Yes, I'm considering myself in that status of true baller. We've got, how long have we got? We've got about 20 minutes left. I'm probably not going to record for the whole time because I said I'm in the middle of dinner. It's really rude for me to do this. I can't believe you paired up with this, to be honest. But Manchester City 1 foot in the semi-final. Last four will be Manchester City against Arsenal, and well, barring any miraculous comeback here from Newcastle, who've got Joel Linton whipping one in to Benjamin Mendy. Okay, yeah. So Newcastle look like they're going out, and it's going to be Manchester United against Chelsea in the other one. Chelsea getting a win with a goal from Ross Barkley. The difference. It was a Willian cross whipped in from the right hand side, and Barkley did his best to get their first time finish, I think, tucking it past Kasper Schmeichel. Are Leicester City about to bottle their whole season? Let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe if you're new, and drop the video a damn like if you breathe oxygen. But I am actually worried for Leicester City because as Raheem Sterling sets up, Phil Foden, oh, is that a pedo? Nah, corner. I'm worried for Leicester City. I do think that Brendan Rodgers is capable of bottling a league. We do know that, and we have seen that. We have evidence of that. He's a good manager, good coach. Sorry, no, he's a good coach. Let me rephrase that. He's a great coach. Is he a good manager? I'm not totally convinced about that. There's a bit of evidence on the Amazon Prime. Yeah? Other streaming services and platforms are available. But there's evidence of that from his time at Liverpool, when I thought his man management was questionable at best. And I do worry that they've just fallen off since the restart, and today will be another bit of salt in the wounds. Knocked out the quarterfinals, and it could be derailed their season because they are gettable. Wolves are hot on their tail. Manchester United are on their tail. And, you know, it would be a great shame, but I think it's very possible. One to watch that. Let me know your predictions for the semi-final. We've got two huge games, but I think it's writing on the wall for Arsenal now, isn't it? We can dream, but it's going to be a big ask. Manchester City are hungry, they're fired up, and I feel like they've been told that you're winners. You're winners. So losing is not going to work. It's not going to work here. It's not going to work. You're all paid more than anyone else who does this job, right? And to earn that status, that elite 1% status, to keep hold of that position of authority, you're actually going to have to start performing. So yes, you can have a year off. Fine, you've done 2 good years. We're going to need the Champions League soon though, lads. This is what I would be saying if I was Pep. I would also be saying, if you don't buck up your ideas for the rest of this season and make sure you pick up at least 1 trophy, you're fired, you're gone, you're sacked, you're finished on this platform. I have no time for foolishness, okay? So I would expect changes, huge changes, especially if they don't secure at least 1 bit of silverware. FA Cup will be first on that list. I'd imagine I'd say Champions League will be first on that list, but this will be right up there as well. Make no mistake that the beauty of this competition, the history involved in this competition, I think it's beginning to get a little bit of its magic back, or a little bit of respect back, after a few big teams did kind of disrespect it for a while and it was forgotten. But it's all they've got now, right? Or it's one of a couple of things that they could have. And for Arsenal, it is all they've got. So you'd better be alive as well, you frauds. Scraping through against Sheffield United. Yeah, it will do, but it won't cut the mustard against this lot. You've got to be having a laugh if you think you're getting away with that quality of football against this bunch. Oof, you must be crazy. No way. Isaac Hayden. He's done well. Is that the number 16? Is Isaac Hayden the number 16? Maybe a Newcastle fan can let me know. I've been very impressed with his footwork. Oh, he's 14. Who's 16? I need to check this now, because I hope it's... I was thinking it was Hayden. Number 16. There is no number 16 on. I think it's Hayden. Hayden is actually matured beyond belief. This is Arsenal product, right? Who left because he wanted game time and was being forced out. I don't think he could get in the team when Frimpong was around. He was on the cusp, and he probably would have got a chance, more of a chance, if he'd been more patient. A little bit like Coquelin, who had to go on loan to France and Charlton before he had, you know, his what do they call that? The eureka moment. Because I think he was playing at left back or left back, Coquelin. Was it right back or left back? He definitely wasn't playing at DM. No way. That was a moment of inspiration forced upon us. Anyhow, listen, I'm waffling. Semi-finals of the FA Cup, the greatest competition in the world of football. Champions League it's overrated and it's plastic, fake, fraudulent. This is the original status, the history of the villagers. This is who we are. Yeah.
Okay, dinner.
This is the one we want. I've got to go.
Dinner.
All right, I've got to go. Bye.